Today, I will talk about the microgrid system development in Thailand. I would like to show you my experience about the microgrid system. This is just my experiences concerning to the microgrid system. And the picture show where I have been testing the main components of microgrid, that is PCS or inverters, the big blend like ABB, SMA, and also I have been testing in the India also. The name of factory is Lakem in the Kuchalas area where Mahatma Gandhi was born. Okay, today I will present the following the topic. First, I will short introduction about the introduction and microgrid system definitions, microgrid system in Thailand, microgrid system in the campus, and Icelandic microgrid system. And we talk a little bit about the distribution battery storage system and building energy management system. So for the basics introductions, yeah, we use also fossil fuels, and when we use fossil fuel, it also emit the polluted gas, CO2, and make global warming. So many countries, especially Thailand, we going to use renewable energies, which is clean and environmental friendly. In Thailand, the government support the projects of renewable energies. We start from 2006. Yeah, we have only 1 megawatt, but the government promote like give an adder for 8 baht per kilowatt hour. So adder is mean like the government add 8 baht per kilowatt hour and plus baseline 3 baht. That means 11 baht per kilowatt hour. So from 2006 until now, today in Thailand, we have totally about 3,000 megawatt from renewable energy system, especially from PV system. Yes, when we have a lot of PV system have advantages is like clean and unlimited resource. But the problem is when we have a lot of PV system or high penetration of PV system, it affects to the power qualities, such as if you have a lot of active power from the PV system, the grid voltage is leasing. Many areas in Thailand, the grid voltage is over than the Thailand requirements. In Thailand requirement, we accept plus and minus 10% from nominal voltage. Not only voltage least, voltage fluctuations, also voltage unbalance. For example, we have a small system, small PV system, a single phase system connect to a 3-phase or many of small systems. So unbalance occurs. A power factor in the distributions also, because in Thailand we buy only they sell only the active power. So mostly of system they fix power factor as well. So this is just show a little bit simulation from big silent to show the voltage increasing when you have high active power from the PV system. Relationship between capacity installation and distance. Yes, you can see from here, if we have high PV system, the voltage is increasing. Sometimes over that upper limits of requirement, because in Thailand we accept 0.9 to 1.1 plus and minus 10%. Yes, how to solve the power fluctuation from RE system? Here we need smart grid. What is the smart grid? Smart grid is like better than the traditional grid. They need computer-based remote control, two-way power flow and communication flow. Make system efficiency, reliabilities from the distributions. This is just a really short introduction. Yeah, the difference between smart grid and traditional grid is like traditional grid, one-way flow, electricity from generations to the consumptions. And but smart grid, they have a lot of two-way power flow, electricity and information, and more complex. Yes, when we need a smart grid, we need getting better. So the energy transformations, like generation, that needs more more renewable energy share. It's about 40%. This is the transmission, the increasing complexibilities, control, and get higher voltage. This is just an idea. So we have to have a lot of microgrid system and nano system. Like I will talk today, what in Thailand, what we have, my experience, where we implemented the microgrid system to use. So microgrid system is, what is the microgrid system? This I'll defining from the U.S. Department of Energy USA. So defining microgrid is a group of interconnected load and distributed energy resource. Distributed energy resource is like distributed generations, batteries, and so on. So the group, the clearly defined of electrical boundaries. The microgrid can work two mode, like grid connected mode and islanding mode. This is, I will explain in here. So this is according to the definitions of microgrid system. We have clearly boundary of microgrid system. We have the group of the load. In microgrid system, the load can be classified into two groups easily. First is controllable load and critical load. The other, this is energy storage. This is distributed generation control. Of course, they have, this point is a point of common coupling. When the grid have a problem or the grid is outage, so they can make islanding modes. And when the normal grid or when the grid needs help, we can connect to the grid, to the utility grid. The type of microgrid system easily can be classified into two groups. First is the grid connected microgrid system and islanded microgrid system. This is just a little bit overview. In Thailand, we have Smart Grid Master Plan from 2015 to 2036. Yes, this is, as you see in the slide now, we have security, power reliabilities, and quality, sufficiency, energy stability. This, I mentioned this, we have planned to develop microgrid systems. So in Thailand, we have many pilot projects on microgrid system, which today I will show you that project. Microgrid development in Thailand. So first, I'm start with microgrid system in the campus that is in the Naresuan University. That in our university, we develop our own microgrid system. Yes, what we have in Naresuan University, we have, if you see from here, we have PV system, distributed PV system here, and also we have buffer energy storage system here. And for the buildings, we make it smarter by we integrate with buildings energy management system, BEMS. And this system we have control and monitoring by SCADA system. We have SCADA system. This is quite old because we have implemented for more than 5 years. But this is also the microgrid system in the campus, the first campus, let's say like that. Here I'm showing you the single line diagram of the monitorings of the our school with the pictures of our school. It's beautiful pictures you can see from here. Yes, this monitoring we can like to see the status of any components, battery, storage population, inverters, and generation control, and everything's here. You can see from here. Yes, this is also our campus microgrid system. You can see here PV system and control room battery storage, diesel generators. This is our microgrid system in the campus. Yes, the monitoring from the SCADA server and monitoring, so everything can monitor by SCADA, and load monitoring, generation, supply and demand, everything's battery setup can see from the monitoring and control by SCADA system. Yes, here we also develop the algorithms we call actually we call flow algorithms. The algorithm, the FVSLC algorithm is fuzzy voltage stabilities and low fault operations, because we have microgrid in our campus and we want to make algorithms for keep the voltage stabilities and also for economics operations. The algorithm can be classified into two groups. First, supply side. Supply side mainly control the inverters, the PCs, and also distributions battery storage for maintaining the voltage into the acceptable range of design range, 0.94 PU to 1.1 PU. And demand side, we also manage for the economic saving. We can, the building energy management of them can control lighting, air conditioners, and dummy load. This is in the factory or in the campus. So this research is we control the dummy loads also. For what? For economics operation. What is economics operation? Is saving electricity bills. Because we have high share of PV system, we have energy storage. We develop algorithm for saving electricity bill, and also we maintain the grid voltage into the stabilities. Okay, this is just some more detail of this algorithm, so it's more it's no time to go inside, but easily can see here we control both PV system, battery storage, load, and distribution line. When to do what, PV to load, PV to back, or back to battery to load, or something like that. Yes, this is the flow chart, the algorithms. If you want to see in detail, maybe you can search in my name and download from IEEE Assets. Yes, yes, we make this is for example of these specifications of this algorithm. For example, this side, the battery dischargings. When the battery dischargings, PV is mean photovoltaics production, PL is load, and battery SOCs. Load creeping, yes, to when to creep the load, when to build the load. This is the classifications. Yeah, I show you for the some results that from applied the algorithms in the microgrid system. If you see here in the orange line, PL, this is normal pattern of the load, or normal load profile. The green color is PL, the SPM. The LPSM is the demand side management, that because we have them to disconnect the load, which is unnecessary, and also control the air conditioners. If we consider about the PL and PLDSPM, the green color, when we manage the load, the profile is a little bit decreasing because we can manage the load. And the final is the blue line. The blue line is PLEMS. That means the load profile after we apply the algorithms into the microgrid system. You can see here from the PL decreasing to the blue colors. What is different? You can see from the battery also help this. You can see here the SOC of battery decreasing. Decreasing is mean the charge. No, decreasing is mean discharge of power to help And when the SOC increasing, it means charge from the from the grid to battery. If you yes, this more easy. Yes, discharging modes. DM is mean discharging modes and discharging modes. Yeah, SOC is following the algorithms. This is for not for the we manage like this because of we want to saving the electricity bills, saving the pricings. Because in Thailand, the tariff is we have tariff we call TOU pricings. They have peaks and off peaks. The peak time is about 4.3 baht or about 0.13 US, and the off peaks a little bit lower than, not a little bit, it's about 40% lower than that. So we can manage electricity to battery for saving that price, and also disconnect not unnecessary loss. Also, you can see from here, the SOC is also changed. Yes, this is quite a summary of this microgrid system. You can see from here, this is a peak time. Peak time or peak time in Thailand, peak time and off peak time. This is a PL, is normal pattern of the load. The blue color, as I showed you, the blue color is the microgrid with the algorithms. The microgrid with algorithms. So you will see the load profile is decreasing. Let's say we can peak cuttings here, but in the nighttime or peak time, you will see in the off peak time the load profile is increasing because we use electricity charging to the battery to decreasing the price. Then we can save the electricity bills from these algorithms. Yes, the summary, when this is from recording data. So so the comparison between the price without algorithm and with algorithm. So you will see the price is decreasing about 35% from demand side management and battery management. Yes, that is in my microgrids in the campus, but I will show you today. Next is the large-scale substation microgrid system as Mansiri microgrid, Naresuan province, Thailand. Is the district microgrid system, is big system. So where is this? Here. If you see picture from here, Naresuan district is on the northern part of Thailand, and the area is on the mountain. You see from here. Yes. Why? The PA is stand for Provincial Electricity Authorities of Thailand. Why PA they use this area for the pilot purpose to implementing the microgrid system, because high energy loss is about 15% from long distribution line. I will show you next. And also power outage more than 20 times per year in that district, this area, the biggest areas. So this is the Mansiri microgrid system. The Mansiri microgrid system is far from hot substation. Hot is the name of the district, which is can connect with 155 kV. So the distance is about 155 kilometers. So that's why lost a lot here, about 15%. This microgrid, we have switch between this station, this substation, and Mansiri substations. Inside this, normally we have 4 megawatt diesel generators, but they will install 3 megawatt battery 3 megawatt battery storage and capacity of 2 megawatt hours. Yes, you can see from this photo, it's big. This is the Mansiri substations. Therefore, clearly in detail, I show you these photos. Yes, this is hot substations. 110 kilometers from hot substation to Mansiri substations. 110 kilometers is really far. So when the peak load, the voltage sometimes drop under the limits of PA requirement, switch is open, power outage. So that's why PA they install the batteries for microgrids and control the switch, the 22 kV switch, when the supply or the diesel generator cannot supply for maintain the power qualities. Yes, this is. If you consider for the feeder in the Mansiri substation, we have 5 feeders. Some feeder, for example, this feeder 5, this is feeder 5. F5 is mean feeder 5. You can see here the distance is about 100. Yes, the 120, nearly 120 kilometers. So this is a problem on voltage drop when the peak load occurs. I show you some results from the Mansiri microgrid system. This side, we will see in Mansiri microgrid system, we have the 4 megawatt PV power plant. In Thailand, one feeder of the 22 kV, they can connect the PV or the system to the distributions only 8 megawatt, So in this feeder, we have 4 megawatt PV system, and the peak load only 5 megawatts. During this time, during the daytime, when high active power from PV system supplied to the distributions, the voltage is leasing. Sometimes it's over than limit of Thailand, because in Thailand grid code, I have told you already. So if over than 1.1 PU or over than 10%, the RE system must to disconnect less than 1 second. So when the system disconnects, the voltage fluctuation is occur. Yes, during daytime the voltage is increasing, but during the evening time here, the under voltage occurs. Because the people in that area, they come home and they use the load. So peaks occur in the evening times. The under voltage occur here like this. So something like this. That's why the distribution is not stable, and 20 times outage per year. So let's say every month. That's why the PA want to use this area for implemented the microgrid system for make it better. Yes, when they implemented, this is the result from the simulation. Now nearly the system nearly to finish. You can see here when normally you see from this curve, when the PV generated active power to the grid, the voltage is leasing. But when voltage leasing, the excess energies charge to battery. So when they charge to battery, they make balance between supply and demand. The voltage is also decreasing into the acceptable range. In the evening time also, the voltage is increasing to the acceptable range. Normally the diesel generator, this is a diesel generator's operations. Yes, they have to operate every day. So when we have the battery help to support the peak loads, the power quality or the grid voltage is getting better. Comparing between with and without microgrid system in this area, you can see here the voltage is more stable. During the daytime, normally the dot line is the without microgrid system. During the daytime, normally the voltage is sometimes is 1.1 pu. So when they have battery, so the grid voltage is decreasing. Yeah, into the desired length or acceptable range. But normally in evening time, the voltage also increasing to the acceptable range because the batteries can supply to the load, and they have also switch for disconnect some feeder which is if the battery cannot supply. This is a big scale microgrid system in Thailand, the biggest scale. Yes, biggest scale in Thailand. We call Mansiri microgrid system. All right, that two system I have explained already. Next one is this one is we call Icelandic microgrid system. I used to design this system with our team. This system is in the northern part of Thailand, nearly Chiang Mai province. Far from Chiang Mai province is about 100 kilometers. This area don't have public grid, don't have electricity from the grid. This is the location of the system, and this is the village, the load. We design the Icelandic microgrid system here. This is the system here, and we supply the load to this village. The distance is about 1.5 kilometers. This area, before we install the Icelandic microgrid system, this area don't have the public grid, don't have the electricity. Even they want to use the light, they have to use candle, no electricity. We develop microgrids. In this area, you see, this is a single line diagram of the Icelandic microgrid system in that areas. You see from here, we have two sets of the microgrid system. The first is the main, let's say the main microgrid system. We install the solar cells 100 kilowatts, and we use DC-DC converters or charge controller to charge the electricity to the storage. In this system, we have two types of the storage. First, lithium-ion batteries. The second, flow batteries. This system is the main system. The PCS 100 kilowatt, and this side is a small system. We have only 20 kilowatts, and DC-DC converter to charge the flow battery. It's a flow battery. Different type of the batteries. It's a flow battery here, and we have PCS here, 50 kilowatts, and we have the priority load. That is screw and temples. How does the system works? Normally, the system they are working together because this PCS can work both mode, like grid connected mode or Icelandic mode, or can be current source or can be voltage source. This system, when the main system have problem or battery nearly empty, the SOC nearly 30%. So this coil of common coupling, this breaker is open. When this breaker is open, this system can supply to the priority loads. But when this system have a potential of battery is still high SOC, so they can work it together. This system use the satellite for the monitoring, control and monitoring, because it's really difficult to go that area because on the mountain we use satellite to check the status and everything to check the system, every system. Yes, you see, this is in the mountain, so this is cool. The cool areas. We install the PV system in the roof. Like it's difficult to install because the building is not it's not so standard like in the city. And also some parts they have the shade from the tree. We cannot cut the trees because this area is cannot cut the trees. This is a PV totally 120 kilowatts. Yes, this is article. This is the school. Yes, these two type of battery storage system in this area, isolated microgrid system in this area. Lithium ion phosphate batteries. We use technology from China. Let's say from China. This is charge controller, PCS 100 kilowatt. This side is the battery, lithium ion batteries, and this side single mine flow battery. This is flow batteries is about 100 kilowatt hours. 10 units. Each unit is 10 kilowatt hours. So we call single mine flow batteries. They're working together and we control help to supply electricity to the village. Yes. After design and finish, we have this. I have to explain the algorithm and explain the how does it work for the people here in this area. Yes, this and this is the lithium ion batteries. Yes, charge controllers, PCS, and not only that, this system is quite new because islanders. And we have two types of battery storage. We have flow battery, we have lithium ion battery, and this system have been installed for 2 years already. So this also have to interview for the newspaper and television also sometimes. Okay, all right. You can see here inside the PCS where they connect. This is the connects to batteries. Here connect to batteries, DC input. These inside of the PCS is connect to the generator, diesel generators, because when the battery empty, so nearly empty, so we have diesel generator for generate electricity support the load. Yes, as I told you before, this village they don't have electricities. We implemented this project for this. You can see from these photos. Before, when they need the light, they use it from candles. Then they use it from candles. Yes, this area.
18 before what will come, ma?
Say, this is the people in that village. All right. When we install the people have the light, not only the house, but also in the loads. You see the people, you see the face of people, they're feeling happy because before they don't have the light. Yes, this is the photos. How they happy, you can see here. This is we call Icelandic microgrid system. Yes, they happy because we have the system. It's big system. Also quite big system in the village where don't have the public grid. All right, that is all. Some microgrids already we have experiences for design, and we collect some data. We have campus microgrid, the big microgrid, and also this research also a part of distribution energy storage system, demand side management for power quality. Because as I told you, in Thailand they promote a lot of for renewable energies. Some feeders, they have high capacities of the renewable energies, and they make power quality not so good. Sometimes voltage is, sometimes it's under voltage. Yes, this system is unmodified from the distribution in the northeast part of Thailand. This feeder is 22 kV distributions. Normally, distribution connects with 8 megawatt PV system, and the peak load in this distribution is just only 5 megawatt. When the high solar irradiations, the active power is injected to the grid. The voltage fluctuates sometimes over than the limit of PA. So we apply the energy storage and demand side management to these distributions. This is from the real data of the power plants. When they have high active power injected to the grid, the voltage increasing over than the limitations of PA, because we normally our distribution is 22 kV, but this is 23.1 kV, so it's over. When it's over, they have to disconnect from the grid. That is make voltage fluctuations. How to do? So if we have demand side management or load with demand side management, and we have the battery storage in these distributions, what's going to happen? Yes, this is just for study. PV have battery storage and also have demand side management. What's going to happen? So for the demand side, we study this. If we have load aggregators, and in that village have load controllable load with ABM IoT. ABM IoT is like stand for automatic building energy management system with IoTs. If the 2 megawatt peak load can control 50% and 700 kilowatt, if we can control 50% of these values, 800 kilowatt, if we can control 50% of the load, what's going to happen? So this is just assumptions. Yes, this easy equations, basic equations. If we have high current from the microgrid system into the distributions, the voltage at PCC point will be increasing. This is as we know. So how to balance between supply and demand to maintain the voltage. Yes, this the voltage stabilities. If you can see these pictures, in Thailand, acceptable range of grid voltage is 0.92, or sorry, 0.90 and 1.1. But these listers want to maintain the power qualities in the distributions. The design range of this voltage is 0.94 and 1.06 PUs or VNs. This is, if over than this, grid must supported by IE system and batteries, supported by battery and storage system, and also demand side management. Yes, what is the result? In case of the distributions, in the nighttime, no PV or no PV production, the grid voltage is okay in the acceptable range, 0.9, 0.96, but still in acceptable range of PA requirements. But on the other hand, when we have high PV penetrations, if 8 megawatt PV power plant is over than 6, the power production over than 6 megawatts, so the grid voltage is over than upper limits of PA. So how to balance this? We have distribution, battery storage, and demand side management. What's going to happen? Let's see. Yeah, this is the simulation from Dick Silent result of the typical 22 kV test distributions. This is the PV production profiles, power plant production profiles, and this is load in the village. The dot black color is the total load. Of course, if you see from here, the voltage will be increasing because supply over than the demands. But this no supply, the voltage will be dropped. Yes, you can see from this the grid voltage profile here. Bus in the bus is mean but 1, but 2, but 3 is mean the village, the village, the village in that distributions. During the daytime, the voltage is of course over than the limit. Sometimes power outage and yes, and in the nighttime the voltage is stopped. We want to maintain the power qualities of these distributions. Yes, if you see from here, if we can manage the load profiles because we install the BEMS and we have managed the batteries in these distributions, you will see from this the dot line is decreasing when high power production from PV system, because the less charging to the excess energy is charging to the batteries. But in the nighttime, battery is supplied to the load. Yes, we can make the battery can make the balance between supply and demand. Then power quality is better. The microgrid system, the grid voltage of microgrid system is the dot line. You can see dot line. Yeah, better than blue line. When we do that, normally the problem of high penetration of PV system is the dark curve, because solar energy can produce electricity only in the daytime when high solar radiations. Then and in the nighttime, this is, let's say, is a like dark curve. The gray line is normal load profile without demand response here. But when we integrate the demand response, we integrated the building energy management, we integrated the battery. So if you see the blue line is the power, DR powers that we can do. What happened? So we can increasing the load profile from the gray to the dot black line here. Then I can summarize like that. If we have the microgrid system or just only demand response, we can be flattening the dark curve flattening. You can see increasing here and also decreasing here. It's microgrid in Thailand. Yes, for clearly, this is just for clearly voltage profile in the distribution system. The grid voltage increasing when high share of renewable energies or high active power flow from PV system to the distributions. Of course, in the evening time also, the grid voltage increasing by battery discharging to the distributions. Yes, that is experiences, not only 2 or 3 system, microgrid system that I show you already. So now we have 4 system installations. I am design and also help them for improve the microgrid system. According to IEC and ISO 226 standard level of application for microgrid system, they can classify the level of microgrid system into the 4 levels. Now we can list level number 3 in Thailand. Okay, microgrid level number 0 is just controlling the output of each module, and level number 1 is control, regulating, maintaining the system stabilities. Number 2, yes, PQ, one bar compensates, yeah, for maintain the power qualities. Number 3 is the power flow and generation control between microgrid and overlay grid. So, but number four is the more complex. So, because in Thailand we have the policy, so we cannot sell electricity, only the electricity authority. So, number 4, we have to develop and revise with the policy and managing. So, this is the level of microgrid system. And I give you a little bit about the standard being developed for the microgrid system. This is some standard developed when we design system. I also reference from the standard like guideline, microgrid project planning, and everything here. So that is presentation for microgrid developments. Thank you for your attention and welcome if you have any questions. Thank you.
So thank you, sir.
Sir, we found one question in chat box. Shall I ask it?
Yeah. Is it Rahul?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
sir,
you read the question.
What is the difference between demand side management and demand response?
Yes, but actually it's the same. Actually, it's the same, but demand side management, like we manage the loss for many purpose, maybe for the saving money and for whatever. But demand response in this, as I present, is for the emergency situation, like the voltage or frequency is not in the acceptable range, something like that. Right.
Okay, second question, sir. In which way consumer comfortability could be taken into the account when we implement DR? DR in the sense demand response.
Yes. Actually, in the demand response in Thailand, we don't have the program, this program, but for the study and in the locations of we implemented microgrid system, we just make the assumptions for the microgrid system. If we want to do the demand response, what happened to the distribution? What is the advantages of the demand list? What is the advantages of the demand response?
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question. Which MPPT you used in the system and why?
Which MPPT?
Used in your system and why?
MPPT, you mean maximum power point tracking, right?
Maximum power point tracking system.
Yes, actually maximum power point tracking in the inverters, in this inverter, for example, in the Icelandic microgrid system, we have 4 MPPT per inverter because the orientations of the PV system is depend on the roof. So we have 4 MPPTs per each inverters, right? You mean this one? Sorry.
Yes, sir. Maximum power point tracking system, which is present for a power conditioning purpose in renewable energy.
Yes. We have 4 maximum power point tracking in each inverters.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, as you see from these photos, you will see we have many orientation, right? Orientation. So that's why we selected the inverter with a 4 MPPT because we want to collect full capacity of PV productions. That is. Some more questions?
Yes, sir. Another one question. How state of charge is calculated for the batteries?
Sorry, again, please.
How state of charge is calculated for the batteries?
Oh, yes, it's good. It's good. It's really good question.
Yes.
We have many techniques. Normally, the PCS they can the smart PCS like they can tell the directly SOC, but some of these I use the voltage of battery to calculate the SOC.
Okay. Okay, sir.
But
Thank you, sir.
I would tell you one thing for the let's say the precise value I use from the value from the PCS, but voltage calculation, but the voltage of battery calculation is a little bit it's not precise, difficult to control.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
In the chat box, we find that your presentation is very good and also your presentation is more informative. Then you share more information regarding the microgrid systems in Thailand. And also you shared many information from your research within 1 hour. Thank you very much, sir. Finally, I welcome Dr. Ramash Kumar, sir, to finalize this session.
Yeah.
Can you
Thank you, Raghu.
can you talk about college?
Thank you for your presentation.
Oh, thank you. You are welcome.
Yeah, we got very good feedback about your presentation. You thoroughly explained about the Thailand smart microgrid system. So thank you very much. Dear participants, tomorrow you have a session. The topic is recent research perspective in PV system technology. Starts at 4 p.m. Okay, thank you. Thank
Sir,
you all.
HOD sir is online, sir.
HOD
Jagan,
sir.
Sir,
Jagan sir.
Thank you, sir. It is a nice presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is a wonderful presentation because we received a lot of feedback. This saying about very illustrative and informative session, gained useful information. Lot of chat box will be filled with a nice session, nice presentation. And also,
thank you.
we thank on behalf of our management, it's Dr. NGP Institute of Technology. It is a 12 years old institutions and NBA and NAC accreditation institutions. This is run by KMCRT Trust. It will be a very big trust. We have medical college, pharmacy, physiotherapy, nursing, all the colleges will be there. So under the umbrella, we are working. So I thank management for this opportunity, and also I thank very much for our wonderful today's speaker. Keynote address will be useful for all the research community and faculty community. We hope we'll connect you in the next session or next occasion for a different presentation or different kind of making for the students and research community. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Once again, I thank you, sir.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Amma, sir, can you take over?
Thank you, sir. Concrete, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Đi ngay. Sao tao nghe? Oh, okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Ada. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.